Welcome to another Manliness Wednesday, YouTube. This week, I'll be teaching you the very basics of chess. It is a very complex game with a lot of weird named moves, like French names and stuff. But I think chess is a game that every man should know how to play for several reasons. And not just the obvious, it's a game for smart people that you can impress. No. It teaches resource allocation, strategic thinking, and it gives you a way of viewing the world at large in an ordered fashion. One man that thought that chess was very important, and important enough to write down, way back when you had to handwrite things, no typing, was Benjamin Franklin. And later in this video, I'll be reading you an excerpt of his 2-page paper. Short excerpt. Don't get too offended. And you'll see why. So, without further ado, let's get to it. So this is the basic way to set up a chessboard. You have the 2 rooks on the outside, 2 knights next to them. Then you have the 2 bishops. Queen always gets her color. And then the king. And then you just have a row of pawns in front. When you're orienting the board, always make sure the white square is to your right-hand side. If you have the black square to your right-hand side, as opposed to your left, the gameplay doesn't work quite the same. So this is the normal way to set up a board. Now for the opening move, the pawn can advance either 1 or 2 spaces, and the pawn can only move forwards. And a pawn can only attack diagonally 1 space. A rook can move forward or sideways as many spaces as he can, only to an open slot. A knight can advance 2, and then 1 left or right, and he can jump other pieces. He can also do the same left to right as well. Bishops, depending on what color tile they're on, can move catty corner or diagonally as many spaces as they want, provided the space is open and only to their color. The king can move any direction he wants, 1 space at a time. The queen has the most leverage. She can move as far as she wants, providing an open path, straight or diagonally. Now, as a few games play out between Mike and myself, illustrating how these basic moves actually work, I'll be reading you an excerpt from Benjamin Franklin's paper, The Morals of Chess. The game of chess is not merely an idle amusement. Several very valuable qualities of the mind, useful in the course of human life, are to be acquired or strengthened by it, so as to become habits, ready on all occasions. For life is a kind of chess, in which we have often points to gain, and competitors or adversaries to contend with, and in which there is a vast variety of good and ill events, that are, in some degree, the effects of prudence or the want of it. By playing at chess, then, we may learn 1. Foresight, which looks a little into futurity, and considers the consequences that may attend an action, for it has continually occurred to the player. If I move this piece, what will be the advantages of my new situation? What use can my adversary make to annoy me? What other moves can I make to support it, and to defend myself from his attacks? 2. Circumspection, which surveys the whole chessboard or scene of action, the relations of the several pieces and situations, the dangers they are respectively exposed to, the several possibilities of their aiding each other, the probabilities that the opponents may make this or that move, and attacks this or the other piece, and what difference it means and can be used to avoid his stroke or turn its consequence against him. And 3. Caution, not to move too hastily. This habit is best acquired by observing strictly the laws of the game, such as, if you touch a piece, you must move it somewhere. If you set it down, you must let it stand. And it is therefore best that these rules should be observed, as the game therefore becomes more the image of human life, and particularly of war, in which, if you incautiously put yourself into a bad and dangerous position, you cannot obtain your enemy's leave to withdraw your troops and place them more securely, but you must abide all the consequences of your rashness. I believe that Benjamin Franklin, beyond being the great statesman and author and orator that he was, he saw things, well, through a chess view. And that's how he was able to leverage his life to the stardom that he enjoyed during his life and hundreds of years later to this day. And again, that's why I believe that playing chess is something that all men should learn how to do. Really, everyone should learn how to play chess because it can improve your life in so many different ways that it's almost a necessity to learn how to do this. So YouTube, what did you think? If you like this video, apart from giving a thumbs up, please, leave a comment down below that you liked it. If there's enough people that are interested, I would like to get into some of those more fancy moves, maybe play out a few strategies in specificity and tell you why it works and go into the mechanics a little bit more. I just wanted to give you all a primer so that you can learn on your own. This whole channel is about improving yourself, whether it's doing stuff in the shop, learning manliness skills, which most of them are just general skills that everyone should know, but men especially. So, if you like it, let me know so I can do more for you guys. I would also like to thank, well, he's one of my Patreon supporters, my neighbor Mike. He was the one who came down here and helped, and he's actually much better at chess than I am. And he was walking me through a lot of moves that didn't make it to the final cut because, well, this is a basics video. So, if you want to learn more, he's very on board with helping him out, so let's do it. If you like it, let me know so we can get some more done. And since he's on Patreon and one of my patrons, you should be too. Just saying, no pressure. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Again, like, thumbs up, whatever, comment, share with people. Get this out there. It's fun. We want to have fun. Usually, it's serious, but it's serious fun, right? So, this week's quote, and this is what I'm going to leave you with, and it applies to chess, but it, again, applies to everything. It's a, not an excerpt, but a quotation, translation from Sun Tzu. If your enemy knows where you are, don't be there. See you next time.